Why, end-to-end encryption matters more than ever in a world where your messages are the new gold. Imagine you're having a private conversation with a friend. You lean in, whisper something personal, and only they can hear you. Now imagine trying to do that across the internet, where every word has to pass through routers, servers, networks, and possibly the digital equivalent of eavesdropping squirrels. That's where end-to-end encryption, E2EE, steps in. At its core, end-to-end encryption is a system of communication where only the sender and the intended recipient can read the message. No one else. Not the internet service provider, not the messaging app company, not hackers, not governments. Not even the company that built the encryption system itself. If it's done right, it's like speaking in a language that only two people on the planet understand. And even if someone intercepts the conversation, they can't make sense of it. So how does it actually work? Let's say you're using an app like Signal, WhatsApp, or iMessage. When you send a message, the app encrypts it on your device using a unique encryption key. This isn't a password. It's more like a secret code generated just for that communication. Then the encrypted message travels through the internet, bounces across a bunch of servers, and lands on your friend's phone. But your friend's phone is the only one that holds the matching decryption key needed to turn that scrambled digital message back into something human readable. To everyone else, including the app provider, that message looks like digital gibberish. Think of it like this. Without encryption, you send a postcard. Anyone handling it can read the message. With regular encryption, not end-to-end, you send a sealed envelope, but the mailman has a master key and can peek if they want. With end-to-end encryption, you lock the letter in a titanium safe with a biometric scanner. Only the recipient's fingerprint can open it. That's E2EE, no master key, no secret backdoor, just two users, and a message only they can decode. What apps use it? Several well-known messaging platforms now offer E2EE. WhatsApp, enabled by default. Signal, built entirely around E2EE. iMessage, only between Apple users. Facebook Messenger, optional, not default. Zoom, only on certain plans and calls. Proton Mail, Tutanoda, email-based encryption. And some don't offer it by default or at all, which is where things get tricky. If you're not sure, assume you're not fully protected until you check. Why is it so controversial? End-to-end encryption is a powerful shield for privacy, but it's also a lightning rod in politics and law enforcement. On one hand, it protects activists, journalists, whistleblowers, and regular folks from surveillance, censorship, and hackers. On the other, law enforcement agencies argue it creates a going dark problem, where even with a warrant, they can't access data that may be linked to criminal activity. Some governments want backdoors, special access built into encrypted systems that allow authorities to peek inside when necessary. Sounds harmless, right? Here's the problem. A backdoor for the good guys is also a backdoor for the bad guys. Once it exists, it's just a matter of time before hackers, rogue insiders, or foreign agents find it. That's why security experts overwhelmingly oppose building back doors, because there's no way to make a system both secure and also a little insecure on purpose. What are the limits? End-to-end encryption isn't magic. It doesn't protect what's visible on your locked screen. Messages you've already decrypted. Info stored in cloud backups, unless encrypted separately. Malware that spies on you before encryption even starts. It also doesn't matter how secure your message is in transit if someone screenshots it or copy-pastes it once it's read, and if your device is compromised. All bets are off. Why you should care, even if you have nothing to hide. The phrase, "I have nothing to hide," is like saying, "I don't lock my front door because I've got nothing to steal." It's not just about hiding. It's about protecting your medical records, your legal conversations, your business negotiations, your family chats, even your memes. Your digital life deserves the same level of privacy as your physical one. Final word. End-to-end encryption isn't perfect, but it's one of the best tools we've got to keep your private lives, well, private. Whether you're chatting with your spouse, your doctor, or your lawyer, E2EE ensures that your message stays between you and the person you trust, not your app provider, not big tech, not some nosy hacker in another hemisphere. Stay safe, stay secure, and in a world where privacy is often treated like a luxury, end-to-end encryption is a necessity, not a feature. Thanks for tuning in. Now go hit that subscribe button and stay curious, my friends.